practicing till you get it. Keep practicing till you get it. I got you, man. Clear out. Nice go.
In the NBA. 5 seconds. Down to 4. 3. Down to 2. Harden puts it up. He got it! The Beard! Cold-blooded three. Harden's got to do is pull up and shoot the three. He did that right before the half. Or he could drive on it. Shot clock at 4 seconds, down to 3. Harden steps back, fires, that's the game! The Beard says, give it to me!
Yup, James Harden. ISO. Get out of here. Yup. There it is. Oh my God.
D-Man wins this time.
I'm straight from the beat. That D-Man's defense too damn good.
Next up on Nelson is Trash.
What are you doing? Don't even do that. Just hold it straight up. Is it rolling?
It's still rolling, yeah.
Okay. Just shook when after I clock.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Nelson Chan from Hoopin' Live. We are back with another sneaker review, and today we got the shoe of the bearded one. So here we got the Adidas Harden Volume 1, James Harden's first signature shoe. He's been rocking the Crazy Light boots over the past few years, but now he's getting paid the big bucks, so you know, he's got to get his own signature shoe. At first, I wasn't sure if I'm a fan of this silhouette, and right now I still don't know. But it is starting to grow on me, so who knows, maybe some dope colorways might drop and maybe I'll like it even better. Oh, that first colorway that dropped, the I'ma Be a Star colorway, that black and gold, those are tight, but I wasn't able to get my hands on those, so, you know, gotta stick to the one in the Harden commercial. And speaking of the Harden commercial, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there who noticed me and shouted me out in the commercial or in the videos that you've seen on TV. I'm very, very blessed. And for all you guys who noticed me, I just want to say thank you, for all your support. Going back to the shoe, there are quite a little bit of low-key detailings on these. The back of the shoe, there's the birthday of his grandmother that is molded onto the heel of the left shoe, while on the right shoe, it shows his mother's birthday. You got the Harden logo on the tongue with signatures on the medial side of both shoes. On the left insole, it shows the date of March 24, 2007, a homage to Harden winning a second straight high school state championship. And on the right insole, it shows the stats that he got for that game: 22 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. As always, we're going to start off with the traction. It has a rubber outsole that has an engineered tread pattern that is inspired by the geometric Fibonacci sequence. What the fugazi? Y'all don't hate me for saying that word wrong. I have no idea what it means. But all I can say is that the traction on these shoes are awesome. I don't recall wiping once when I was hooping in these shoes. The traction on these are just great. It just literally grips onto whatever court you're playing in, and the traction works really well. Adidas has been killing the game in terms of traction with every shoe that they've been releasing this year, and so far with the Harden Volume 1, they did not disappoint once again. There's no problem whatsoever in terms of traction. It's probably one of the best features in the shoe. Moving on to the materials, it has a mixture of knit and mesh on the upper along with the super comfortable textile lining. The materials are pretty stiff and not as soft compared to prime knit, but it's still pretty good, especially after you break them in. Man, the lining though, I don't know how to explain it, but when I put my foot in there, it felt amazing. Like, no joke. I don't know what they put in this lining. It feels really good. For support and lockdown, the Harden one has a wraparound tongue construction for lockdown fit. It has a symmetrical lacing system along with the toe cap for extra protection. The wraparound tongue in the Harden one actually feels good. It's nice and snug, but you kind of have to choke the laces a little bit. Speaking of the laces, the lacing system in these shoes are trash. They are so hard to tie, man. Like, your boy was struggling. This is a really low cut shoe, and since it was really hard to tie the shoelaces, it was hard to tie the shoes real tight. Therefore, there were some slight heel slippage. The lacing system could have been better. And last but not least, the mother effing heel cap. Just kidding, not heel cap. The mother effing toe cap. I don't know what it was, whether it's a toe cap thing or the shoelacing system, but when I bent my foot, this area right here kept digging into my foot really, really hard. The pain was ridiculously in the beginning. Like, when I was reviewing these in the action segment and when I was hooping in them a few times before I decided to do the review, like I said, when you bend your foot like a lot, this part right here, I don't know what it was, maybe it was just for me, it kept digging into my foot, and it, like I said, the pain was pretty much unbearable. But after a few wears, it gets better and the pain starts to lessen up a bit after you break in the shoe. The cushioning on the Harden Volume 1s are probably my favorite part of the shoe. For cushion, it has full-length boost wrapped with TPU around the midsole for added stability. This is the best boost setup in terms of comfort and responsiveness right after the Crazy Explosive. It's kind of like a mixture of the Crazy Explosives and the Crazy Light Boost 2016. The feeling of the boost is kind of like right in between the two. I actually really like it a lot. It's not as plush as the Crazy Explosives, but more plush than the Crazy Light Boost 2016. But it's still very responsive and great for impact protection. The amount of boost on these is actually less and thinner than the setup in the Crazy Light Boost 2016. You'll feel more low to the ground and you still get that great impact protection, which I really, really like. In terms of comfort and size fit on the Harden Volume 1s, it's really, really weird. That's all I can say. I tried on the 10.5 in store. The length feels really good, but it's very, very wiggly and roomy in terms of the width. So then I tried on the 10, and what do you know? The length-wise was like exactly the same, but it was a little more snug in terms of the width. So what did I do? I ended up getting the 10 because the lengthwise it was like the same, but then I got that snug feeling, rather than having that loosey-goosey width feeling. It's really hard to say whether this shoe is true to size or not because lengthwise the 10 and the 10.5 was the same for me, and widthwise they were different. But my best advice for y'all is for y'all to go out and try it out in stores. In terms of comfort, I would honestly say that the shoes do not feel that good in the beginning when you try to break them in. It's stiff, I got that toe box cramming into my foot pain. It's stiff, but all that gets better after you break them in. As far as pricing for the Harden Volume 1s, they retail for $140. It's a solid price for Harden's first shoe. And I would say it's a really, really good shoe if you're able to cop these for under retail. And for my overall rating for the Harden Volume 1, I will give these an 8.5 out of 10. The shoe was pretty confusing to me. For pros, I like the cushioning, I like the traction, I like the materials, especially the lining. It feels really, really good. But on the downside, like I said, I have those sharp pains in the toe box area. The lacing system is trash, which caused some slight heel slippage. But like I said, all that wasn't as bad after you start to break them in more and more. Overall, I would say the Adidas Harden Volume 1 is a pretty solid performance shoe. In my opinion, it's better than the Crazy Light Boost 2016, but not as good as the Crazy Explosives. Thank you guys for watching that sneaker review on the Adidas Harden Volume 1. Let me know down in the comments below whether you guys have the Harden Volume 1. Do you guys like it? Do you guys dislike it? Do you guys have any of the problems that I had? Also, let me know what other shoes you guys would like me to review. Watch this video over here. Watch this video over here. Make sure to subscribe up here. Follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see y'all in the next sneaker review. Peace!